Hey everyone, so I'm an expat who's been living in Seoul for a long time, but I've been a Blink for even longer, probably from around 2018. I think from around Kill This Love. I hope I can say that on YouTube now. But yeah, they were like the first K-pop group that I liked, and I just thought each member was magnetic, and yeah, I loved their songs when they wasn't their debut track, but when I discovered them. And I always loved Rosé's voice, especially, and Jennie's song Solo had like such an iron grip on me in 2020. Yeah, and her live performances of that song had an iron grip on me in 2020. So there was recently kind of a bad situation, so it's not like a great day for us Blinks. But I was alerted to by some people who are not fans of Blackpink. They're just casual K-pop listeners. So basically, what happened was an anonymous poster went on to Discord or something like that, and they claimed to have been fired from YG, and they claimed the whole company was misogynistic and racist and corrupt. So I think the public knows about YG's bad reputation. For a while now they've had a bad reputation and so many scandals, and it's not a secret. So I don't know what this person was like like I'm an anonymous poster. Guess what? The sky is blue. But yeah, Blackpink was basically like YG's last hope, like most successful group ever. And yeah, now it's important to note that none of the members are with YG. None of them. Some of them might be with side labels, but I think Rosé's with a side label, but none of them are actually with YG. Also, I think Rosé's not with YG exclusively, but I have to double check that actually. Then the anonymous poster posted trainee videos of Jennie, Lisa, and Rosé rapping to songs. I guess like we all know Jennie and Lisa are the rappers now. I guess Rosé was like in the running at some point. And they were rapping non-original songs, which seems to be the standard practice for K-pop training and all kinds of training, all kinds of musical training. And they didn't skip over the N-words in the song. And that is the controversy. So my friends told me like they saw videos of Rosé, Jennie, and Lisa saying the N-word. And now there's a huge difference between saying the N-word and not skipping it in a song. Like malicious intent would be like one of those differences. Although it's not okay, I would never and have never, even when I'm listening and singing along in my car or not in my car but have had a few drinks, and the song I like comes on, I always skipped over it. But I grew up in America, and actually none of these girls grew up in America, so where the word originated, and then the word that they use in the rap songs is different from the original word as well, and I've never used either one because I'm not allowed to, and I know that because I'm American. So I just want to get my stance clear. I never and would never, and I know a lot of Americans want to fight for their right to say the N-word in the song, and that is not me. I'm fine skipping over it. But let's start a deep dive from a Blink. So these were trainee videos, and the girls were pre-debut, it seems. And there was no context to the videos besides that. So let's try to add some context that the original poster was missing clearly. So I recently got a glimpse into the trainee world through a TV special on Netflix called Dream Academy, which was basically showed something similar to the training process used for K-pop. And training was brutal to the girls, and the girls listened to their coaches as much as possible because they had to show that they had improved their singing, rapping, dancing, etc. every week and every month to not be sent home. They have to show visible improvement in their performance. Even in this TV show, Dream Academy, we saw some girls get sent home even very early on when the coaches thought they didn't have it. So the trainees, these girls, were fighting for their lives, and it's hard to imagine. But when these trainee videos of the Blackpink girls were filmed, these girls themselves were anonymous. They had 0 followers on Instagram, and content creators weren't really a thing back then because it wasn't even in 2018. It was before even that. So, content creators were barely a thing, let alone short form content or anything like that. So, again, there's not much they can do if they get kicked out of the program. And they were missing high school and missing out on a lot to do the program. Jennie even mentioned once that she saw, I think it was 13, maybe more, girls come and go from the trainee program while she was training with YG. And if that doesn't strike some fear into a person, then I don't know what does. So all these girls have spent time abroad out of Korea, and that's part of the controversy. So everyone thinks that they should know better. But to be honest, I think they were not in a position to skip over words. When their coach tells them to learn a song in this kind of cutthroat environment, there is probably no room for, but can I skip over this word that's in the song that I'm not supposed to say, right? Like the word's in the song, but I'm not allowed to say it, right? That's not really something they can tell their coaches, I think. I mean, from what I've seen in Dream Academy, they don't really get to tell their coaches what to do. It's more like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Plus, the Blackpink members were kids, and their coaches were the adults in the situation, and their coaches were probably Korean, and the Korean system is very hierarchical, and so they aren't really allowed to question authority, like, at all. Plus, they'd have to explain why they're skipping over those words in the song to a Korean person, and I doubt that it would go over well because Koreans don't like politically correct stuff if it's getting in their way, if that makes sense. So I doubt that would have gone over well. And again, the coaches are the adults in the situation making the choices. And again, they saw so many girls get cut from the group and missed out on high school experiences, and they were probably almost in like a militaristic mode of following instructions. I do want to mention, again, as an American, I think some Americans might have been triggered because in America there are a group of some racist people who want to be able to say these words, and they use the songs to do so. I think those people are mad annoying. I don't like those people. Like, why are they trying to fight for their right to say that word? That's a whole other video. But anyway, that's something I don't like about America. I think some Americans might have been triggered because they know American people like this, but I want to say I don't think this was that situation. So if anything, these videos of the girls' trainee days that were posted prove that the coaches and managers are racist and problematic, not necessarily the girls. And I think that the OP posted them without context because they knew it would bring attention. I mean, they were saying the sky is blue, right? And they knew it would bring attention because it's the Blackpink girls, and they didn't care if they threw the girls under the bus without context. And I think it was really irresponsible for the original poster to post such an inflammatory way without providing proper context, just for the attention, of course. Because for every Blink out there, there is also an anti-fan who can't wait to see Blackpink fail at something. You know, there are fans of other groups who are less big than Blackpink, and they are like jealous of Blackpink. So yeah, for every fan out there, there's an anti-fan who would share those videos because they want another group to be more popular, or they just hate Blackpink members for no reason. So I want to say all of this is kind of my speculation on the situation, like my guessing, because none of the members have addressed the situation, and I doubt that they will at this point, because one, they might have signed a non-disclosure agreements. It is also a situation that's very fragile and delicate. Plus, I hate to even make a video about it because not many people even know about this situation, but as a Blank, I just felt like I wanted to talk on it for a little bit and share my feelings about it. Also, as a Blank, I know people who were offended by those videos. I think some people are very quick to get offended, but some people were right to be offended by those videos. I mean, I think so. I think it would be good if the girls made some kind of an apology, explanation, statement about it, because while it wasn't racist, it was not okay either, and they should condemn that kind of behavior. I know, like in Korea, people don't like admitting that you did something wrong is sometimes worse than just brushing over something. But internationally, that's not the case. And with a situation like this, I feel like that's not the case. And they should condemn that kind of behavior. And they don't need to like be shameful. They don't need to do like a deep bow when they're apologizing. They could just make some kind of apology or statement would be nice. Just so that we know they know it's wrong. And I'm not about to become an anti-fan over this. I do wish they would maybe address it. But I did see a video of a black man addressing the situation, a black K-pop fan, and he basically said the same thing, that while it's not okay what they did, it's also not racist and maybe a misinterpretation of the situation, and it is taking away attention from real problems and real racism. So that's just my take on the situation as a biased Blink, and that's all I have for today. It's a short video. You can like the video and subscribe, that would be nice. I said if I get enough subscribers, then I will share my skincare routine, and I am really excited because I finally have more subscribers than videos posted. So for me, that's like a milestone. So thank you to everybody who subscribed to my videos. And thanks so much if you made it this far in the video. Bye!